Assalamualaikum and a very good evening, everyone. I am Muhammad RASHDAN, an independent economic analyst, and today I am privileged to address you today on matter of great significance that resonate deeply with the spirits of our nations, which is about the crucial needs to elevate the minimum wage in Malaysia, paving the way for a society that is not only fairer but also stronger. So let us embark on this discussion by immersing ourselves in the economic landscape of our beloved country. Despite the well-intentioned nature of the current minimum wage at 1,500 ringgit, it falls short of providing a decent standard of living for a significant portions of our workforce. So beyond this realm of statistics, this predicament become a moral concern, challenging the very essence of our societal fabric. In light of this, I wish to articulate the compelling reasons behind advocating for an increase in the minimum wage in Malaysia, with a primary focus on enhancing the well-being of our workforce. So the first reason is related to the financial struggle of Malaysian families. So a stark revelation from the Department of Statistics Malaysia detailing a median monthly household income of 2,848 ringgit for Malaysian in the bottom 40%, which is the P40 income group lah. So it serves as an alarming reflections of the economic challenges faced by many families in our nation. This figure, indicative of a pricing disparity, it becomes even more poignant when we consider the escalating cost of housing, education, and healthcare. So the financial struggles is not merely an abstract concept anymore. It is a tangible reality that resonates in the daily life of countless Malaysian families, underscoring the urgency for a comprehensive and equitable re-evaluations of the minimum wage. In exploring this financial struggle further, it becomes apparent that challenges extend beyond the numbers. The parallel concerns of housing affordability, access to quality education, and adequate healthcare further compounds the economic predicament faced by this B40 group. The glaring disparity between the median income and the essential expenses for a decent quality of life unveils a socio-economic conundrum that demands our immediate attention and collective efforts. Addressing these challenges requires not only a focus on income, but also a holistic approach that consider the broader landscape of living costs and societal necessities. Then we need to look at the impact on consumer spending and economic growth as well. So transitioning to this economic perspective, the case for raising the minimum wage gains momentum when we dissect its profound impact on consumer spending, which is a critical catalyst for economic growth. The statistics provided by the World Bank underscore a compelling correlation in which an increase in the minimum wage correlates positively with higher consumer spending. This surge in spending, triggered by a fair minimum wage, which act as a dynamic force, creating a ripple effect that foster economic growth and generate employment opportunities across various sectors. So understanding this economic interplay goes beyond recognizing consumer spending as a statistic. Its position it as a driving force capable of reshaping our economic landscape. So a fair minimum wage not only will bolster individual households, but also propels our entire economy forward. It injects vitality into local businesses, stimulates demand, and create a positive cycle of economic development. So consequently, advocating for a fair minimum wage isn't merely an act of economic reform. It's an investment in the sustained growth and prosperity of our nation. Then, we also need to address income inequality and fostering social inclusion. Shifting our focus to the societal implication now, the International Labour Organization spotlights the pivotal role that higher minimum wage play in reducing income inequality. The widening gap between the affluent and the struggling segments of society possess a profound threat to our social cohesions. This economic disparity is not just a numerical abstraction. It represents a chasm that, if left unaddressed, has the potential to jeopardize the fabric of our social harmony. So by advocating for a fair minimum wage, we embark on a journey to bridge this gap, ensuring that economic opportunities are distributed more equitably. This step toward income equality is not just an economic policy. It is a societal commitment to forge a more inclusive Malaysia. A fair minimum wage becomes a tool for social upliftment, giving every Malaysian, regardless of their socio-economic background, a genuine chance at a better life. It is a manifestation of our collective commitment to fostering a society where everyone can contribute, thrive, and share in the nation's progress. And then we also need to consider the erosions of consumer purchasing power as well. Delving into the intricate fabric of our economic landscape, a study conducted by the Malaysian Institute of Economic Research provide a nuanced understanding of the erosions of consumer purchasing power within the B40 income group. This erosion, a consequence of income growth failing to keep pace with the inflation, unveils a disconcerting trend that extends beyond statistics. It translates into a decline in real income over the years, creating a formidable barriers for Malaysians striving to meet the basic necessity required for a decent quality of life. The decline in real income is not just a statistical anomaly, but also a tangible impediment for the B40 income group to access education, healthcare, and other essential services. This disturbing trend intensifies the challenges faced by ordinary Malaysians, making it increasingly difficult for them to secure a stable and prosperous future. So, in conclusion, my fellow Malaysians, the call to raise the minimum wage is rooted in both economic necessity and moral duty. The statistics vividly depict the challenges faced by many of our fellow citizens. So by addressing this challenge through a fair minimum wage, we not only uplift individuals and family, but also fortify the very foundations of our society. Let's us not settle for the status quo. Instead, let's us strive for a Malaysia where economic growth is not just a number on report, but also a palpable reality felt by every citizen. So thank you for your time, and may our collective efforts lead us toward a more equitable and prosperous Malaysia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next.